Welcome back, America. In the last few events I've done publicly outside of Washington, D.C., the question keeps coming up. Is there going to be a pandemic surprise before the election in 2024? I thought we'd bring in one of the best experts on this. He had everything right about the COVID-19 pandemic a few years ago, if only Tony Fauci had listened to him. Joining us right now, the Chief Scientific Officer at the Wellness Company, as well as world-renowned internist, cardiologist, and epidemiologist, Dr. Peter McCullough. Doctor, good to have you back on.
Thank you.
All right, we're getting to that 40 days before Election Day, and a lot of people are wondering, are they going to throw a pandemic at this? Is it going to be a bird flu pandemic? What do you think's around the corner for us?
Watch for messaging from government agencies, particularly HHS, and don't be fooled. Neither of the two recent pathogens where there's been public health emergencies of international concern, I'm talking about monkeypox or bird flu, neither one of them are spread by casual human-to-human contact. They're not spread by inside voting booths or at voting centers. And it's no reason for people to stay home from voting. We have these, well understood. They are not public health threats. I don't want anyone to have any of this fearful messaging influence their proclivity to go vote, and everybody should.
Goodness.
Absolutely. Dr. McCullough, I think that many Americans feel like they got burned as a result of COVID. They feel like they got lied to at worst, maybe just people scaled over the truth and it wasn't intentional. But the gain of function aspect of COVID is something that is still lodged in everyone's brains with respect to any disease out there. Is that a legitimate concern, or is the gain of function thing in our rearview mirror?
I'm very concerned about the proliferation of biological threats in gain-of-function research labs in the United States and all over the world. The May 2024 Biden administration new regulations on gain-of-function was called dual-purpose pathogens that could actually harm humanity, and then the antibodies and vaccines that theoretically would benefit humanity. It is a reckless piece of legislation. It's game on for gain-of-function research. This is like having nuclear weapons developed in university labs and with no oversight, no inventory, no accountability, no audits. Every state HHS department in the United States should do an inventory of their biological labs, start to get information. I think a new administration, job one would be a complete moratorium on U.S. biolabs, not just funded, but all U.S. biolabs, and we need to get this under control. The next risk that we face in terms of a pandemic is going to come out of one of these labs.
Yeah, and so we should remind viewers that it wasn't that long ago when Barack Obama actually banned gain-of-function research. Unfortunately, it got reversed by Tony Fauci, and we're in this real mess. So I want to turn to something else, because it didn't get a lot of attention in the media, but recently federal regulators have given permission that parents can now administer the flu vaccine through a new nasal inhaler to their children. Some people worried about the safety on this. Could you bring us up to speed on your thoughts on it?
We're talking about the flu mist. So this is the live virus vaccine given by in a sense, by an intranasal kind of spray. It's been around since 2003. It's not very popular because kids with asthma and wheezing can't take it. It makes them sicker. In one of the studies, actually, the kids get more severe influenza, could end up hospitalized. And then, of course, they can shed it. They can actually spread it to senior citizens and others. So this is going to be basically released for home use, independent of a standard vaccine administration. I think it's unwise. I don't think many are gonna go for this at all. And it just seems like the whole regulatory world has lost their minds over vaccines.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
Dr. McCullough, over the years of seeing doctors, I have received about 10 different opinions about who should actually get the flu vaccine. People say young people should get it because they're spreading snot around. Old people should get it because of their immune system. Who should get the flu vaccine?
I tell you right now, you personally have a less than 1% chance of getting flu this year. That's how rare it really is. If you get it, it's going to be indistinguishable from a cold. Of those hospitalized for respiratory illnesses, only 15% even test positive for flu during the year, typically elderly individuals. And then the flu vaccine itself is is always under 50% protective. It's like basically flipping a coin. So I don't think any healthy people at all should be considering the influenza vaccine. Why take any risk at all? And maybe high-risk seniors who are on home oxygen, severe heart or lung disease, it ought to be considered as a potential measure. But the influenza vaccine is way over-administered and over-promoted.
Yeah, and it's a big business too, Lord knows that. Doctor, I want to talk a little bit about what you're doing to innovate in the medical space, particularly with telemedicine, particularly with your incredible company, the Wellness Company. There are 4 emergency kits that you've developed so that we don't wait for the crisis to come and then have to beg to the doctor or beg to the pharmacy. You have these things in hand. Tell us about them and why they make sense in this new medical world we find ourselves in.
Well, since it's been brought up about voting day, people should get one of the black kits so they can be ready to vote. That will cover influenza, bird flu. It will also cover, other viral upper respiratory illnesses, and they'll be in good shape. But all of them are tailor-made for various applications. The light blue home kit, I think, is the most diverse kit. That's the one I have at home. When you have these kits, you'll find you can handle problems like bronchitis, urinary tract infections, fungal infections, various cuts, spider bites, and avoid expensive urgent care or emergency room visits. They pay for themselves very quickly. Go check them out. You're Real America's Voice. You guys have a nice promo code, and I think everybody should get outfitted this fall.
I totally agree. We got them in my family. I think they're amazing. Go to twc.health/justnews. You'll get a great discount by using the promo code JustNews. Doctor, you give us so much wisdom every time you come on. We can't thank you enough for all that you do to keep us smart and unpanicked in this environment. Great to have you on today.